Hi everyone, welcome to Three Cups Tarot readings to uplift the collective. And today I wanted to do a reading for students specifically, and anything that you might need some guidance or navigation through. So these are your three choices today. First, you have number 11 with the clear quartz, and this card which says spirit healers and helpers are with you. For the second group, you have the number 6 and the blue sandstone wand, and the card says natural healing power. And then last, in reading 3, you have number 43 with the Amazonite wand, and this card says this is the perfect time. So I'm going to let the cards play for a little while as you are thinking through which card is drawing you. You can slow your mind down, slow your heart rate down, do some breathing, and at some point you'll be drawn to either the crystal, the number, the imagery, or the wording, and you'll know that that is your reading or readings that you're feeling have a message for you. Hi, reading 1. So you were drawn to this clear quartz wand and this card which says spirit healers and helpers are with you, and it's number 11. And this image is really like intricate and beautiful. It looks very like energetic, full of shades of green. So green really represents like the heart space, the heart chakra, and amongst all of the wisps and the waves, you can see different figures, but clearly there's an outline of a human face with like the third eye kind of lit up. And I'm just noticing actually this is an outline of a face as well. So I'm really getting the sense here of this face being inside the mind, giving guidance, intuitive knowing, like claircognizance. However you receive your message, your guides are asking you to remember that you have healers and helpers with you and to connect with them when you're in need. And I felt drawn to the Mystic Mondays deck, so we're going to get your reading with this deck and then finish out with the Woodland Warden's Oracle as well, which is full of green. I just felt like the right choice. So for our reading 1 students, connecting to their spirit healers and helpers, what message can they be guided by at the time they find this? So you're getting these cards. The Knight of Swords in reverse. The Six of Pentacles. Interesting, this is the card of receiving assistance and help. And the Two of Wands. I feel like with the Knight of Swords in reverse, you're ready to take action on something. You're not quite sure of how to do that, or how to start, or which way to start. It's kind of like a hesitation or a block at the starting energy. And then with the Six of Pentacles, of course, along with this Oracle card you have help around you. You have help that is waiting to be given to you. I feel like with the Knight of Swords on representing you, it's kind of like a stubbornness. You want to do this your way, and you don't want help. You don't need help. You want to prove that you can do it yourself. Your guides want you to know it's not like that kind of situation. It's not something that you necessarily need to or should do on your own. It's the bigger kind of goal or lesson here is to get assistance, learning when the right time is to ask for help, because that is a huge life lesson and a resource for you that you will come to need to know or discern when is the right moment to ask for help in future instances as well. And namely in like key times where you need to up level or access skills that you don't yet have. So therefore, asking for assistance from the people who do have those skills is a really important tool that you'll need to lean on to up level. It's just, think of it this way, it's a tool for use in specific times, like gaining access to knowledge or skills that you don't yet have, and it should be used. It's a tool. And with the Two of Wands, you see like a pathway going off into the distance, and this is the starting point where you're at. It's kind of like the sky's the limit with this. It can really take you to new heights when you acknowledge the help and assistance around you. So I'm going to read you the meaning of this card, the first indicator card that we used, or like I'll say it's an anchor card for this reading. But there's a message, a reminder that it's not just spirit helpers in spirit form. They also send you like people or books or, you know, like coincidences. You'll run into the right information at the right time, but they'll also send you people in the physical to help you as well. It could be as like mundane and obvious as this, like say there's a tutoring center at your school and you're very stubborn that like I'm not the kind of person who needs tutoring, I'm going to do this all on my own, or not at all. And it's kind of like your guides are saying, like, we're sending you that tutoring, you know, like it's going to make things more expedited, and it's kind of like it's just a tool. It's just a tool for you to use. It's not about you. So there's something here about you kind of like identifying with the way you do things that's preventing you from receiving the help that's being offered to you. I want to read that really quick before we pull our oracle card. So the number 11 might be assigned to you too, if you see it around. And these two wands look like an 11 as well. You are always connected to healing spirits, and no matter what is holding you down, they are there to help you get back up and get on with your life. Don't be afraid to use their power for yourself or to help others. They are telling you that the compassion they give doesn't just make the weak strong, it also makes the strong even stronger, especially when you know in your heart that your intentions are good and true. Feel spiritual healing power in you and around you and use it to its full capacity. Yeah, amazing. So I love this reassurance that it's not that you need their help because you're weak. It helps make strong people even stronger. And it's all always in greater service for the connections around you and the bigger work that you're doing in the world, whether that's now or down the line. Since you are a student, it could be culminating, say, like 10 years down the line. So you're getting number 33. So 33 is also a sign for you, and also numbers that come in repeating pairs like that. So 11, 33. 33 is also the master teacher number. 11 is also a master number. That's the master. Is it master builder? Let me look it up really quick. Yeah, it's interesting that these are numbers of mastery coming in for you. Oops. So 11, is a master leader. Master builder is 22. So you have the master leader and the master teacher number with you. So lean on the leaders and teachers around you, and in time you will be that leader and teacher that others will lean on. It's a chain, and you're not weak for asking for help. You're just becoming another link in that chain. Curiosity. Approach helpers in the spirit of curiosity, in the spirit of wanting to learn from them, rather than fear of loss of your identity getting in the way. So instead, you can, if you feel like you don't want to approach someone and like ask for help, like that feels like too like desperate for you or too weak, then approach them in a spirit of wanting to learn from their mastery and their expertise, and that will kind of put you into a connection based on shared curiosity, passion for a subject, rather than maybe that helper and receiver relationship. Let me check if I feel like another question coming in. Actually, I want to give space for you to ask a question. So think in your mind a question you have, and then I'm going to pull a card, and hopefully that will speak for itself. I'm going to try not to interpret this too much, so pause the video if you need to. I have the deck here, and I'm going to pull for your answer now. So I'm pulling for your question. If you don't have the question ready, go ahead and pause the video first. And so your answer is, I am part of the harmonious whole as we all are. Yeah, that's like that message that was coming through, that you're a link in the chain. So I hope that helps you kind of understand or illuminate some aspect to the question that you're asking. Just encouragement to remember your identity as part of the collective, and not such a standalone kind of identity as being kind of worthy or not worthy, strong or weak. You are a harmonious part of the whole like the rest of us. There was one more. Oh yeah, let me finish off. This is my deck called Intuitive Student, which I made for the purpose of guiding students because I am a teacher. And so you're getting signs. Create a language of symbols. Pay attention to your surroundings. Keep a record of the signs that you encounter so that you can create that language. And so we already started off clearly with the numbers 11 and 33, duplicating numbers like that. Those are clearly your signs. So look out for that around you. And you can even assign a meaning to them. So if you want to be guided to that master teacher, then ask your guides to show you with the number 33, something like that. Okay, so I am wishing you the best with that. Whatever you're going through as a student, keep on going. You're doing a great job. And if you're drawn to any of the readings in the reading selection, I will see you there. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, or comments as always, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to the Natural Healing Power card, number 6, and the blue sandstone wand. And I love that we have a wand shaped stone, and it kind of looks like in your card the figure is holding a wand, pointing their hand in some way and kind of having an effect on many souls in this tree together. So definitely a lot of stuff coming in, but I just wanted to start with the stuff that happened before. So before I start reading your card. So before I turned on the camera, I was just kind of tuning into the group's energies. Some things came in and I took the time to write down some channeled messages. So I'm going to go through those. But hopefully if I don't forget, right before I started the recording, my lavender candle went out here. And so I just reached into my drawer to grab another tea light, and it was this white one, and I had been waiting months and months to pull out a white candle. I've been pulling out lavender ones for maybe a year, and so I think it's pretty significant to your reading that I pulled out a white candle. So there's something about like purity, kind of like angelic light, sort of energy about the work you're doing, the healing power that you're harnessing. And of course this reading is for students, so your studies will come in, but I'll just put back my angelite stone I was using. I think it's important for you. But for you, let's see, your student path intersects with your spiritual path for sure. And I think you already feel this. So we're just going to definitely integrate that as we dive into your messages. So as I started, I actually heard this sharks and minnows. That's why I pointed up with the arrow. But after this message, I heard it again. I had initially kind of just discarded it as like maybe some randomness I heard in the transition period, but since it was repeated again, especially the minnows, which I first thought was meadows, but then it did sound like minnows. So I think this is like a game, like a children's game. There's something significant about this, like a predator and prey, I think. So if that's meaningful to you, that was channeled in. So that actually was the first message I got. And then the next one was very clearly, take care of your craft. And so like however that's landing for you, whatever way you need to take care of either the materials, the equipment, the routines, the practice of your craft, but also of yourself, is coming in as a message. Then ocean jasper came in. I think that's a crystal. Let me look it up really quick. Oh yeah, it is a crystal. It's a rare multicolored variety of jasper found along the shores of Madagascar. Wow. So, it's rare, but I guess your message is asking you to connect with ocean jasper. Oh, I'm looking at another entry. It says it provides healing and purification of deep emotional trauma and upheaval. So if you are resonating with that message of emotional trauma and experiencing upheaval, this is your recommendation, the ocean jasper. And then take care came again very strongly, very clearly. So take care. And I felt like this was more of like kind of a like stay alert, stay aware of your surroundings. And then yeah, I asked for clarification. It's a take precautions. So a message to kind of make sure you're taking the right preparation steps in whatever you're doing, making sure like all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, making sure you're asking the right questions, and always putting yourself in the center of your decisions, protecting yourself. Then I saw an image of a leather-bound book. It looked kind of old, so I don't know if you're like doing some like archival research or studying history, but that came in as like a specific symbol or sign for someone. And then blue, the color blue, and then cerulean blue specifically came in too. A lot of ocean themes, honestly, coming in. So I don't know if you spend time near the ocean, or if you don't, maybe you should consider it. It's very healing, I think, for you. And I think you draw a lot of your power and your clarity and your centeredness from the large bodies of water like seas and oceans, and the animal life there, but also sorry, I blinked out. The ocean, animal life, but also the color blue more generically. So you could like wear blue. It will be very healing and empowering for you. And then yeah, the minnows came again, sharks, and it looped me back to the sharks and minnows message. So with the messages of take care, take precautions, take care of your craft, it makes me think there's a little bit of a predatory energy around you. And I wouldn't say it's something that you need to like worry so much about. And I don't do those kind of readings generally. But I think it is a message of just like, keep your wits about you. If you have a very trusting nature, just kind of like double check, like with other people. So if you don't know somebody that well, and say you're thinking of doing a collaboration together, just like ask around about who knows this person and get other insights of how they've interacted with them before, so that you can make the best decisions for you. Because I feel compelled to say something that I heard that has helped me as well, is that if you are filled with light, people can be attracted to that for all sorts of reasons. And some people who are hurting will want to partake or like be around your light, but it could be to your detriment in some way. It could be even like not in a physically way, but like in an energetic, like draining way. So like for example, if you're very kind of a compassionate or empathetic person, and say like somebody notices that and they're in pain and they just keep coming around to vent with you, to alleviate the pain, after a few instances it can be fine. But if it's a regular thing, and it's draining you to kind of be healing them constantly, and it's also not helping them in the end to learn how to heal themselves. So there's a fine balance their boundaries being like a key message there for you. I feel like I wanted to look up Cerulean Blue. I think that's a song too. I'm not really seeing a song, but I feel like it's like a jazz song or something. You might want to look that up. Maybe the history of how cerulean blue was like used in different time periods, or its cultural significance in a certain part of the world. Yeah. But so those, I hope those kind of helped somebody out there. But let's get to your reading. So obviously with natural healing power, you have a power in development as a student, and your studies is a big part of that, and you are healing not only yourself with that power but others. And I can't help but think of the ocean jasper crystal significance of emotional trauma, and healing that I feel like is one of your main abilities, and most likely because you've experienced that as well and you've learned to heal it in yourself, or you're in process of learning that. So that's the baseline kind of overview of your life path. I want to get tarot cards, but I suddenly feel called to get one of these sacred medicine oracles before we start the tarot cards. Winged One, Trust, number 26. So if hummingbirds are assigned to you, that's here. And if not, then look out for hummingbirds as directions towards messages from your guidance. And overall, your guides are asking you to trust them and trust kind of the universe as things continue to unfold. I want to actually like pop over to that really quickly. Oh wow, it was the first one I opened. I love when that happens. I feel like I want to read you the healing affirmation first. It says, I am moving through fear, and when my energy is aligned, I fly forward. So you might be in a bit of a frozen state right now. And they're letting you know that this is just temporary, and you will work yourself through that frozen state and be able to fly forward in the right time. Let me read you a bit of this. The winged ones trust that they will be taken care of. Some travel for thousands of miles in their migration patterns, knowing that they will find the nectar to feed their bellies. Others trust that shelter will be there when the rains come. This is a call for you to trust all of creation has your back. You are fully and deeply supported. Just like the baby birds leave their nest and leap into the unknown, you too are held by the earth, the land, the wind, and the trees. The winged ones are here offering you sweetness and courage, nourishment and support. They offer you powerful flapping and flutter energy to honor your forward movement. It's time to lean into trust. So there might be a little bit of a leap of faith involved here too. I feel two energies. Trust the stuck energy, maybe that frozen in fear energy, but trust the leap of faith that comes afterwards, and maybe that gets you unstuck as well. Okay, I'm going to pull the Tarot of the Divine. What's a message for our student reading number 2? That can be led through their natural healing power and trusting the universe at this point in their journey. Anything to help support them on their path. Okay, so you're getting a couple breaks. Let me just start with this. 2 of Wands in reverse. Then I'll get all these cards. 4 of Wands in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Emperor. Interesting. So linking that original message of the emotional trauma, it looks to me like for some people there was a significant long-term commitment relationship. It could have been yours, or it could have been somebody around you, like say your parents, that their relationship, someone whose relationship impacted you a lot. There was a disharmony with that. There was emotional pain and trauma. The Four of Wands reversed. It could have been a divorce, a bad breakup. And this is kind of what's laying heavy over you right now. Even if it's not happening right now, it almost feels like it is. Even if it happened deeply in the past, it feels like it's being called into the present. Like maybe something triggered this into the present for you. And it's like you're dealing with it as if it's happening right now. With the Two of Wands in reverse, I feel the energy of where nothing was done in the past. It's like you're deciding to do something about it now. So I don't know if there was like an injustice done, if this is like, say, between your parents in the past, and one of the parents didn't address it or didn't, like stand up for themselves in the past. It's kind of like you feel that you want to be that voice that like points out the wrongdoing and stands up for this parent. If it was you who went through this breakup or this injustice, and you didn't stand up for yourself in the past, it's different this time. It's like you're revisiting, you're processing, and you're feeling like, even though it happened a while ago, that you want to stand up for yourself now. And you're being encouraged that yes, now is not too late. Any time that you want to stand up for yourself is the right time to do it. Any way that you want to stand up for yourself is the right way to do it too. With that message, what else can our group be led by? Oh, there's that leather-bound book and key. I think this is a big step for you. This is going to unlock a lot of possibilities when you kind of develop the skill of standing up for yourself. That's really kind of coming through. And just reminding myself too of the channeled message of learning to take care of your craft. It's also like take care of yourself, take care of your boundaries, take precautions. That's going to be a key for you to kind of unlock more of your healing powers, more empowerment, more of your abilities, more knowledge, and the access to even more knowledge beyond that. Okay, so what can our reading to students be guided by right now as they're hearing this message? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that came up after, do you remember? I wrote down sharks and minnows. Wow. Okay, it says swim away from the situation. Number 35, very clear message for you to do with relationships and predatory behavior. I have to say, I don't like delivering that kind of message, but it's coming in so strong. Definitely, if it doesn't resonate with you, this is not your message, but if you're already feeling it, like deep in your heart, deep in your soul, it's a confirmation for you. I feel like I need to read you this description. Let me get it really quick. Swim away from this situation. Think of this as the Lover's reverse from traditional tarot. You've been hanging around a bloodthirsty shark and they've hurt you before. This could refer to a lover, or it could refer to another loved one, such as a friend or a family member. To put it simply, you deserve better treatment, and you're never going to find it with them. Leave now. Situations like this often grow so dire that you no longer feel safe swimming away. That's very clear, and it's a lot of what we said earlier from the other cards. I feel like I want to read you this gold because it kind of comes sequentially after. I feel like this is the next step for you. You don't need someone else to fix you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair, the shark, unless you accept their helping hand, of course. It's someone offers to fix some part of you. It's not because they're being selfless or kind. They know that you're in a vulnerable place and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Wow, tell it like it is. It says, tell them no thank you, and you know exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. Yeah, so that's your empowerment, and that's the healing power that you unlock when you say no, when you stand up for yourself, and you are able to help others do that afterwards. You become very powerful in this. I feel like I want to bring back the trust card too. If you feel totally helpless and frozen, it kind of looks like this mermaid is frozen right here. Trust that you'll get your wings, you'll get your momentum, and you'll make your break. I have total faith in you, and I'm wishing you so much love and light on that difficult journey. And so I'm going to leave your message there. Yeah, please take care and take what resonates and what confirms for you, what you know in your heart and soul. And thank you always for watching the channel. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. And if you're drawn to another reading in that pick a card section, I will see you in that reading. And if not, I hope to see you in another one. Hi, reading 3. So you were drawn to this card. This is the perfect time, number 43, with the Amazonite wand. The Amazonite, I know, is associated with Sagittarius, and this looks very fiery. Right when I pulled out your card to start recording, the sun just like made a direct hit in my window, and so there's just a lot of light and fire and energy through light and fire, those kind of transmutations, those kind of connections coming through around you. It's like electric. This is the perfect time. You are fully charged is what I feel. You're fully charged and you're ready to go. What was the other message that came in? I'm just going to keep it there. Oh yeah, Amazonite, Sagittarius, and so the Sagittarian energy of exploring, expanding knowledge, kind of like with great curiosity and joy, and bounding through it, like quickly kind of consuming and moving through knowledge. Like everything's happening very fast, and it's very exciting, and things are moving along for you. So I was called at the beginning of your reading to get this deck and the Woodland Wardens, and I forgot about it and it came back around. So let's get your next card right now. The Dragonfly and Pansy Balance. And this is almost striking a similar image to the image here, kind of floating in a balanced way, almost with wings. Dragonflies will be a sign to you that your guides will use to point out important directions or information. And pansy flowers as well, especially like blue flowers, are coming in. I haven't read from this book in a while, but I feel like I want to read the message here. Perching with a delicate grace, the dragonfly is a symbol of balance. Nimble and attuned as a dancer, it moves effortlessly through the air, shifting direction with ease. Pansies are named for the French word pensée, meaning thought, and were given by the Victorians as tokens of thoughtfulness. Together, the dragonfly and pansy indicate a harmony of thought and action. That stood out to me, a harmony of thought and action. Like a dragonfly hovering above water, you are healthy and confident. Your physical skill is matched by your mental and emotional strength. You are at full capacity, really. Like you're ready to go. If you're feeling unbalanced, then this would resonate with you more. You have stumbled into an unhealthy obsession. Recall the way a dragonfly shifts direction with ease and aim for the same nimbleness of thought. That's not coming in as strong, but if you feel like you're ever kind of falling off balance a bit, that would be your recommendation. Okay, so bringing balance into your life, harnessing the balance that you've already gained. I feel like this is a life skill you've already gained. Now is the perfect time to use that balance to forge forward in your studies. Okay, so let's get these cards out. Purpose, wow, aligning with your life purpose. Spiritual, okay, you have a spiritual purpose you're aligning with. Resolution and transformation. Wow, intensely spiritual cards for your student reading. So this is definitely part of your life path. That seems to be a recurring theme for all the readings. It's very clear with you. And if you also connect with turtles as a symbol, as I do, there's another sign for you. Snakes as well. This is the year of the snake that I'm recording this. So this is emphasizing how transformative, especially this year, is for you. So you might be born in the year of the snake, or you might have some kind of... you might want to look up your Chinese astrology animal and see how that interacts with the year of the snake. You might get more guidance from that. This is also making me think of the world card, like completion. So there you are up-leveling in some way. You have completed one phase of your life fully, and you're moving on to another phase, wherever that's resonating for you. You have the balance, the poise, the skill, the dexterity to do this with a lot of grace, ease, and success. So I want to get your tarot cards. I'm drawn between these two decks. This is the first one I wanted to get. The red kind of matching there. So what can our reading 3 students be guided by as they encounter this message on their educational journey, which aligns with their spiritual journey? Feeling balanced and ready to go on to the next phase of their cycle. Okay, so you're getting Prince of Cups, 4 of Cups, and Ace of Cups reversed. So interesting that in this 4 of Cups, the 4th cup is like upturned. Usually there's like a 4th cup being offered in the 4 of Cups. And the person sitting there doesn't realize it. They're kind of like apathetic or absorbed in their attention is distracted, or they're just not interested. But it looks to me that you have 2 cups coming in. But first, let me finish what I said. That this cup looks upturned, and the Ace of Cups is upturned as well. It's almost like that. This figure is holding the Ace of Cups here. And it's like they're kind of taking ownership over the Ace of Cups in their life. So the Ace of Cups in reverse can mean many things, but I often read it as a focus on filling your own cup. And I am feeling that here, that your cup may be depleted and you haven't been filling it for yourself. And this is a kind of heads up that you do need to take time to fill your own cup, to take care of yourself, to give yourself love, So I'm going to pull a self-love card for you after this, because it's coming through. But you also have this Prince of Cups energy coming in. There is another person, and it feels to me like if it's not romantic, because this card often depicts like romance, but if it's not, what's feeling strong to me is like almost a best friend energy, like a kindred spirit coming in and recognizing like that you have a cup that needs filling. Somebody is empathizing with you and recognizes your needs. And so I feel like this is a message that this person is here on your spiritual path to help you. If you're struggling to accept help, this person is meant to be there helping and assisting you. But also on the other side of the formula, you're being asked to also not forget to help yourself, take care of yourself, and kind of break this drained state. For me, this feels more like a drained state, the Four of Cups, rather than apathetic. It's more like you're just mentally exhausted. So if you're a student and thunder going off, something significant there, and it might be the time that you're getting close to the end of the term. Even though it feels like you have so much to do, prioritizing yourself is essential at this point. Creating that balance again so that you can be energized by the time of finals to really nail everything that you need to. Let me get that self-love card. So how can our group be led by self-love? Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me release it. So if you have some kind of habits or routines or patterns that had helped you before and they're not really carrying over to this context, then there's nothing wrong with just letting them go and replacing them with something else. I'm getting the example of someone who like always wakes up early and does like their gym routine, like say 5 a.m. But you know, if this is a point in the semester where you just can't balance that anymore, that's not part of your balanced equation, then replace it with more sleep. There's nothing wrong with that. And then in the summer months, you can go back to the gym. That's okay. It doesn't mean that you're like failing at your health. Like you just have different needs at this time. I wake up in the morning loving myself, praising myself, and telling myself I love being me. So morning routines are coming in as a good way to cultivate that love for yourself. And it could be something like this where you start by praising yourself and telling yourself an affirmation, because you might wake up and do the opposite. You might be waking up and being critical of yourself, like I was saying before, like critical for like not getting up at 5 and doing your gym, and that is mentally exhausting you, bringing you to this Four of Cups mental exhaustion, which does translate to physical and emotional exhaustion. But you really don't need to be there, and it's essential that you're not. With the balance card coming up from the beginning, I want to bring back these to round out the message that you do need your energy, because it's the perfect time to go ahead in the next part of your life path. I actually want to read this one to you too, and then I'll pull one more card, and then we'll finish there. Life is a series of ups and downs until something pulls you to a point where you know that it is changing and expanding. It is a special moment when things are falling into place and the stars are in complete alignment. Now is that moment for you. It isn't a time for reflection or consideration, but for being bold and walking forward and accepting your destiny. You have arrived at the right place at the right time to shine. Special moments are rare in any life, so never let one pass you by. Grab it with both hands. So you might already know what this is, this opportunity, this moment in front of you. And it's really in contrast to this Four of Cups energy, which is not taking action, which is just kind of like staying in the comfort zone. Your guides are asking you to go for that opportunity, to use your balanced lifestyle to empower you to meet this opportunity. Everything will be fine if you get your health, your mental, physical, and emotional health into a balanced state. And you know how to do this. It comes to cultivating that self-love, most importantly. Okay, your last card here for our reading 3. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So, okay, this came in as an afterthought to bring in this deck. So this might not resonate with everyone. You do have like the earth here, as you did in this card. Oh my goodness, there's the thunder again. Yeah. So this is really important for some of you out there. So any karmic relationships that are in this factor of draining your energy and making you unbalanced, especially when it comes to your sense of self-love, your ability to love yourself, if they're inhibiting that in some way, this is a lesson. Karmic relationships are a lesson in that way. You are empowered to overcome it, and this is the perfect time. So that's just a little like extra to anyone who's in that situation. The main reading is more of the bigger message for everyone. But if anyone's in that karmic relationship, if you feel that in your heart and soul, this is a confirmation for you. But if this doesn't fit for you, don't you can just totally disregard that and take the message as it was before. So thank you always for visiting the channel. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. I'm wishing you the best with this next stage in your soul path. And if you are drawn to another reading in this spread, then I will see you there. And if not, I hope to see you next time.